So this is 9.1F. It will help you with Big Ideas Math, section 9.1, 33, 35, 37, and 39. To do this, your directions are solve the triangle. To do this, we have been given one angle and one side. So the first thing we want to review just real quick is that when we are looking at these triangles that are labeled like this, if I use a capital letter, we're going to remember that that is used to label an angle. And if we use a lowercase letter in our secret math world of notations, that lowercase letter is going to be a side. So if I have triangle ABC over here with the capital letters for the angles, then to get my sides, I'm going to go right through the middle of the triangle from angle B, and side B is going to be across from angle B. Side C is going to be across from angle C. So in this triangle, since they labeled angle C the 90-degree angle, side C is our hypotenuse, and again from angle A right across through the triangle, we've got side A. Let's take those off of there so this isn't too confusing. Come on. All right. So now let's actually work the problem. We're going to start with what we know. We're going to label the things we know. So in the triangle ABC, I know angle B is 42 degrees. I'm going to draw this triangle on my paper, and then I'm going to mark my angle B is 42 degrees. Then I'm going to go to side A, which is across from angle A, and I'm going to label it with the number that I know is 26. From there, I want to start solving. So we're going to find several parts. This is going to, if you'll organize your work like this and write down, what you need to do, we're going to write down angle A, angle B, angle C, side A, lowercase a, side B, and side C. Let's put in what we know. We were given angle B, so I'm going to put in my 42 degrees for angle B, and I'm going to put in my 26 for side A. Let's start with the angles because they're just easier. So in my triangle, I know I have a 90-degree angle because it is marked over here, angle C. I know I have a 42-degree angle, and remember, you know that the sum of the angles of a triangle is going to be 180 degrees for the rest of your life. That's true. So if I want to find angle A, let's put angle C in our chart over here. Put my 90 degrees in. That makes me feel better because I can see there's only one left. If I want to find angle A, it's going to be the 180 degrees of the whole triangle minus the 90 that I know for angle C minus the 42 that I know for angle B. So angle A, if I work it out, is going to turn out to be a 48-degree angle. I'm going to take this number and put it in two different places in my work. Put it in my little table over here to the side and in the triangle. Now all I have to do is find the sides. I want you to practice labeling your work so that I can tell, and you can tell more importantly, what's happening in each little place that you're going to do work. So we have all three angles. We need to find the two sides. So we're going to pick a side, and I'm going to write a note to myself. Let's just find side B, just because that's the next one on the list. So side B, I can see I'm going to need some trigonometry. I'm going to make my pencil a little bit smaller here to do this. So to use our right triangle formula, sine, cosine, tangent, we've got our SOHCAHTOA formulas. I'm going to go to my triangle and label my hypotenuse, HYP. From the angle I know now, I could use the 48 degree or the 42 degree. I tend to always just go with the one they gave me. So from angle B, side B is going to be my opposite side, and side A is my adjacent side. And I'm going to keep practicing writing the opposite adjacent hypotenuse right on the triangle. Now I have to pick a formula. If I want to find side B, then I'm going to need a formula that includes opposite, which is what I want, And the other thing that I know is side A, and side A is adjacent. So we are going to use the formula that includes opposite and adjacent. So we're going to use tangent. So I'm going to write the formula I have chosen, tangent theta. No numbers going in yet, opposite over adjacent. Now I'm going to plug in the numbers I know. Theta is our angle B, that's 42 degrees. My opposite side, I don't know, it's labeled B in my triangle, so I'm going to put a lowercase b in there. And my adjacent side is 26. Now I want to solve for side B right here, so I'm going to multiply both sides of this equation by 26. Just algebra now. So I'm going to go 26 times the tangent of 42 degrees. That's going to give me side B. Now once I get to this step right here, I am going to pick up my calculator, but this step needs to be on your paper. So now I pick up my calculator, I solve, I just type in 26 times tangent of 42, making sure I'm in degree mode. And after I put that in, I end up with a 23.41. I checked in Big Ideas. We're going to round to the nearest hundredth on these. That's what they're doing in the program. So we're going to round to the nearest hundredth. Not sure if it says that anywhere, but I looked it up for you. All right, so now we've got side B, which I can come up here and put in my chart. Now I can see I only have one thing left to figure out. I need side C. Oh, let's put side B in the diagram too, 23.41. So now all I need is side C. So if I want to find side C, let's go pretty green, side C over here, then that is my hypotenuse side. So I need a formula with hypotenuse. I can see that both sine and cosine have a hypotenuse. And notice I wouldn't have to use any angles, so I could use the Pythagorean theorem. So let's go back to black. I'm going to find side C, which is the hypotenuse. I could use sine, I could use cosine, or I could use Pythagorean theorem, and I just kind of like the Pythagorean theorem. Any one of them will work. Remember, in the Pythagorean theorem, hypotenuse has to go in for C. In our picture up here, C is the hypotenuse, so I'm going to put that in first, leave the C there. I'm going to put my other two numbers in for A and B. So let's go 26 squared plus 23.41 squared. If I solve this, I know I'm going to put this in a calculator, so I'm going to put it in a simplified form that I know I can put in my calculator. So to get the C by itself, let's just square root both sides of this equation. I'm not doing plus or minus because this is the side of a triangle. I know it's going to be positive. So in my calculator, I'm going to put in square root of 26 squared. Now these parentheses around this 23.41 have to be there, or the calculator is going to give you an answer that you don't want. So now you put this in your calculator very carefully. Make sure if you're up in the exponent, you make sure you get out of the exponent before you put in your plus sign. And you crank it all out, and the calculator spits out a 34.99 for your C value. Now you remember, I want you to practice this on the calculator, so you can go back, pause, plug it in the calculator, and then play again and make sure that you're getting that 34.99 for C. I'm going to go back up to my chart, put my 34.99 in, and now that problem is done. The labels that I'm putting in here, this, when I say little notes to myself, this find the B, where I'm clearly labeling what's being calculated there, at the find the C, those are important. Those will save you a whole bunch of confusion later on as the problems get longer, as you get smarter. These kind of labels are going to make a big difference for you. All right, that is it. Have fun.